I'm Holt Hopkins. I'm the Deputy Administrator for the county. Part of my duties is overseeing the Roads and Bridge Department along with other departments of Public Works. Today we're at one of our Roads and Bridge projects, Blake Dairy Road. It's a new culvert that we put in to replace a short bridge structure. We took the bridge out back last summer, summer 14. Unfortunately, it's taken us about 3 times as long to replace it as we normally would because of the heavy rains that we had all toward the end of last year. The reason we had to replace the bridge is it was structurally deficient as well as functionally obsolete. What that means is it was too narrow and it was weak and it was restricted to certain size vehicle traffic. We had to post it so that some of the trucks could not cross this bridge legally. We've found in the past that in some cases it's cheaper, instead of rebuilding the bridge, to put in what we call a box culvert, which you can see in the background. We estimate, we don't have all the numbers yet because we hadn't finished, but we estimate this project is going to cost us about $200,000. The bridge it's replacing was built in the mid-1960s. So that bridge was over 50 years old, and that's about the time we can start expecting some structural problems. And so that's why we're replacing this bridge. Again, it was delayed significantly. We took the road out in July of 14 or closed the road July 14, and was hoping to have it back open by the end of October. But unfortunately, the rains, we had all the massive flooding in October of 14. So with that rain and other rains, it significantly delayed the whole project. With the box culvert, we've got a lot of earth moving, earth compaction, that kind of thing, and the soil has to be the right moisture content. If it's too wet, we can't do anything with it. But waiting it out probably saved us $500,000 by using a culvert versus a bridge. Part of this project was to not just replace the bridge, but we also wanted to straighten it up a little bit because we were having some accidents running off the curves. It was a lot curvier before we began. Now, we didn't straighten it completely for a couple of reasons. It would have added a significant cost because we did hit rock in the embankment on one side of the road. We did hit rock, so if we'd have went too far over, we would have had significant rock to try to deal with. However, we were still able to soften the curves and open it up to where you could at least see around the curve as you're driving. And we're going to build up the asphalt, tilt it a little bit so that the drivers will feel more comfortable going around the curves. This project takes several disciplines in the Roads and Bridge Department. The ones that are out here that have been involved in this, of course, the asphalt crew, we have photos of that, but we've had the grading crew, all of which are in the Roads and Bridge Department. But also the sign department will be, our sign crew will be involved, putting the signs up in the beginning and taking them down, and then all the construction signs, and they'll be putting up the permanent signs. We'll have our bridge crew out here putting in the guardrail. We do have our own bridge crew, but in this case, they didn't actually install it because they're working on a bridge in another part of the county. But they will come in and put the guardrail in. We've had the drainage crew, which does a lot of landscaping and planting seed. They'll be involved to try to get grass growing on the project. So it takes several disciplines from Roads and Bridges to make all this come together. We also, our engineers, of course, spent probably 6 to 8 months prior to this road being closed to design it, make sure the hydrology worked fine, get the permits that were necessary. So a project like this could actually take, even though the road may have only been down 6 months, or 8 months in this case, a project really could take 3 years. By the time we get it designed, estimated, funded, and constructed, it can be a three-year project. This bridge costs about $200,000, and it's being funded by the property taxes that each taxpayer in the county pays. And it's just a small portion of the taxes that are collected. Put it in millage terms, If each household worth about $100,000 pays $7 per meal, that would mean this bridge probably cost all the taxpayers in the county a couple of dollars to each to help fund this bridge out of that one meal. Our latest estimated completion date is June 2nd. We're hoping to meet that deadline, but no later than middle of June this will be finished. They're currently putting the surface on, the asphalt surface. That's toward the last thing that has to be done. The main thing remaining is we'll put one final surface of asphalt on, and we have to come back and put guardrail on the shoulders. So they're trying to also get the shoulder work done and get wide enough shoulders so we can put the guardrail in. But the guardrails hopefully will go in next week. And then the very last thing will be put the signs up and put stripes down the middle of the road, and then we'll be able to pull the signs down and open the road up.